Hello and welcome to this review of the Zenni EyeQLenz lenses. Here you can see their website where they show and talk about these lenses, and also display lots of AI imagery, which I don't like. You can see here, you can see this side. Notice the shape and sizing, and look at this side. That is 100% AI. You can also look at the hair and tell pretty quick. But that's aside from the point. This is supposed to be a review of the glasses. So here you can see they're talking about the anti-infrared technology. That is the really low end wavelengths, closer to red. That's why it's called infrared, because it's the super low red wavelengths. Blue light is like the really high wavelengths, including UV, I believe, is part of that. Then light adaptive, that is talking about the photochromic effect. You can see here, like the transitions lenses have it. They're a lot better, and you'll see. Well, I can't compare it, but I know that they are a lot better than EyeQLenz. But these are only $30 lenses, so not much to complain about. Here you can see their comparison between all these others. There is actually one huge downside to this perk, which I will also get to later. But here you can see these are the two frames that I will be testing these lenses with. This one is the one I'm wearing right now. You can see it. You can also kind of see that red glare, and again, we'll get to that. That is related to the infrared protection. This frame, I didn't really like. It doesn't look so great on me. It's not really the shape, it's more the color. And also there's a texturing on the metal on the side that is kind of sparkly. It's weird. At least it's not my thing. And I noticed there were a lot more women in the reviews than guys, so I probably should have taken note of that when I got them. But I'm considering possibly trying out the Block's photochromic lenses, as opposed to the EyeQLenz for my next pair once I return these. But that's about it for the lenses, or the website and the frames, that is. Now let's move on to the footage of the lens testing I did outside. Okay, so here you can see the two glasses. I got each of them their own case separately. Those don't come with it, they come with the plastic case. So I'd recommend getting either these cases or their triangular cases, whichever you prefer, with them, as opposed to using the ones they come with typically. It'll be a much nicer experience with these, that's for sure. Now, you can see take the cases down, and I'm going to show, here you'll see they don't actually start exactly from being totally indoor, level photochromic. Like the photochromic lenses haven't fully adjusted to the darkness yet, so they'll look like a little tinted still. But that is not a huge problem, because I actually do have a short that I made that illustrates or demonstrates, the actual time it takes from totally clear to fully tinted. So here you can see they actually change quite quickly, even though they weren't fully clear at the beginning. You can already see they're slightly different. So yeah, here you can see they're a lot darker than they were just earlier in that other video. But I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about the IR protection, because the coating or whatever, here, before I show you the effectiveness, the coating or whatever filters on the lenses for the IR protection, infrared protection, it's a little odd. It shows a glare, so I don't know if I can show it again here, but you can kind of see like a red glare on it, and that is also visible for me when I'm wearing them. If there's light directly behind me shining and reflecting into my eyes, off of the layer of protection or whatever filter coating it is. But also when I look at a bright light, even just my fill light here, I can sort of see a bit of a red flare from it. Sort of artifact, not an artifact, it's kind of like a lens flare, but for your own eyes. So when I look at a bright light around me, I can see sort of a red version of it kind of offset. It's a little strange. I'm not sure exactly why it's showing that to me, but it's not a huge issue for me. I don't find it too distracting. That is the biggest downside of these lenses. If the Blox blue light lenses have the same effectiveness when it comes to the photochromic sunglass tint effect, I think I would go with the Blox. But if you don't mind that sort of lens flare effect, it's very minimal, usually not very noticeable. Unless you're looking at headlights, it can be a little distracting if you see all the red glare. It's not as much filling your vision though, it's just little spots here and there. But let's get back to the photochromic effect, because I think that is a little more significant when it comes to this review. Not as much compared to the transitions lenses. I think I mentioned those earlier. The transitions lenses are much more expensive, and they say you get what you pay for. Those are much more effective as sunglasses. These are better for, it's like a tint that kind of helps with extremely bright light. So I'm going to show that to you right here, where I demonstrate kind of the difference. You can see my camera is adjusting its exposure, but it does, I think, show pretty well that it's quite a decent tint. I found it relatively relieving to the eyes as opposed to looking out with just my bare eyes. This is the green tint, which seems to be about as effective. It's just I found it a lot more blue than I was expecting. I was hoping for, there's a specific tint called G15 that was made by, I guess, the Air Force for aviators or pilots, to give them the good contrast of brown but the color accuracy of gray. So that's not what this green is. You won't be getting that sort of neutral color palette. It'll be much more blue. It'll be kind of a blue tint, is what will be more noticeable of the green. But it's not as harsh as an actual blue tint. So if you kind of want a cool tint, I would definitely recommend the green for that. If you want a warm tint, I'd recommend brown. I wouldn't recommend gray generally unless you really need color accuracy with sunglasses, in this case, with your tint. So I think these lenses are good lenses. Obviously, Zenni nails prescriptions all the time. These are great for my prescription. I would definitely recommend Zenni for glasses if you need glasses on a budget. So thank you for watching till the end. I will show my short here, just in case you didn't feel like going over to the short. Otherwise, you can either like and leave a comment or just click off and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching.